Loves, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Brat Loves Judy Season 2, Episode 1 review. So the show is back for another season, and I must say, I quite enjoyed tonight's episode. It was giving me more of what we got from them last season, which was a bunch of arguing, not communicating the way that they need to, child, a lot of misunderstandings, and it was just a lot, child. So we start off the episode with Judy telling Brat that she wants $1 million wedding. And Brat was like, "You say what now?" "Excuse you, darling. Do you know I still owe this lady that money for hitting her with a bottle in the face, girl? I can't afford that shit. I only work at Dish Nation, bitch. What the fuck is going on, girl?" The Brat was like, "I think that we should aim towards like a $350,000 wedding and make it look like it's $1 million," which you can do. But Judy is extravagant. She likes over the top. I mean, both of them walk around looking like they Disney kids or looking like they need to be on an episode of Ant Farm. Like everything with them is just bedazzled, sequined, pearls, bright colors, wigs, two-tone. Everything is just over the top. So, she says that Brat says that Judy is the type that, likes to spend money. She doesn't really like the budget or anything like that. And I was like, girl, you better be budgeting your goddamn money. I know you rolling in it, girl, but you got to be still cognizant of what the hell your ass is spending. So at the end of that conversation, it's left that they're going to try to have a budget wedding, but Brad is side-eyed and Judy, because she know Judy gonna pretty much do what the fuck she want to do anyway, child. So then we see the Brat in the studio. She's working on a new album, and that was another thing that she was talking about of why she can't afford no big ass wedding, because she's doing everything herself. And at the studio, she talks to her cousin who is there with her, and she says that she wants to surprise Judy for her 40th birthday with a party. And I'm like, damn, so you got to pay for a party. You got to pay for your album. You got to pay for this wedding. That is a lot of money going to a lot of places, especially if you want stuff to be nice the way that Judy likes for things to be nice. You can't really have step, but she ain't got Judy type of money. So she says her cousin asked her, like, when did she know she was gay or whatever. And she said that she didn't know that she was gay until she came out with Functified, her first album. Because she had always, dated men or whatever. And even after that, she still dated men. But she was dating women as well during that time. So Brat says that she's thinking about naming her album Best of Both Worlds or Brat Loves Judy. When I hear Best of Both Worlds, I just automatically go back to thinking of Jay-Z and R. Kelly's collaboration album, Best of Both Worlds. That was iconic in the mid-2000s. And then I think of Miley Cyrus, because it's the best of both worlds. I just think of both of them. So I don't think she should use that. I don't think that she should use Brat Loves Judy, even though she said that most of the songs about her. I just, no, don't, no. Y'all already got a television show called Brat Loves Judy. That's enough. And that just ain't a title of a record that I really would want to buy as a consumer. Because, as a consumer, even if you're writing about love songs, we want to think about our partner, not yours. You know what I'm saying? So, I think she needs to go back to the drawing board on that one. So at this point, it's 37 days until the wedding, and they still don't have a venue. They still haven't picked out their dresses, or they haven't finished their guest list, and Judy is feeling some type of way. So Judy basically is on she was waiting on Brat to initiate everything and pop things off or whatever, because she was the one that proposed to her. So she felt like she should have been the one to say, okay, so this is when we gonna do this, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, if that's how you felt, you should have said that. Now, Brat did say that she was going to do, things for the wedding, but she also felt like, well, I was waiting on you to do it. They both waiting on each other. And this goes back to their horrible communication skills, because Judy just wanted to sit back and see what she was going to do. And then Brat sitting up waiting on her, because she ain't never been married, ain't never had no wedding, so she don't know what to do. And I always took it like the Brat was more of the dominant one in their relationship, but with Judy proposing to her, I guess Judy felt like she was supposed to be like the bride in this situation, so she was supposed to plan it. Once again, it's their communicating is just horrible, and they really need to work on that. So once again, the brat don't even know what the hell to do, and Judy is tired of bringing up important things in their lives. Like, she's always the one that's saying, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, and she's tired of being the one that always gotta kick shit off. She wants the brat to take initiative to handle certain things, and I understand that, because that can get bored, annoying to always have to remind somebody about something or be like the responsible one in the relationship, because she says that the brat just pretty much goes with the flow. She doesn't plan anything. So the brat don't plan and Judy just spin. Recipes for disaster. So we also learned that the brat has actually gotten the wedding date tattooed on her. So they pretty much fucked, because the wedding date was February 22nd, 2022. So at this point, if they don't use that date, they are screwed. So in therapy, their therapist says that she wants them to have deeper conversations about their relationship. And I 100% agreed with that, child, because even though they love each other a lot, and I think that's what's fueling their relationship at this point, there is still a lot of misinterpretations, miscommunications, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, I'm having a brain fart right about now. I feel like on Judy's behalf, some resentment, because she resents Brat for, being kind of like low-key lazy about things or whatever. And I think that Judy's wealth is a place of contention maybe for Brat. It's a lot, child. It is a lot going on in this relationship. It just makes me nervous. So it's the day of Judy's Miracle Drop collection. She's shooting promo for it, and it's going to be in Walmart, which is her biggest retailer, and they have given her a bunch of shelf space. So she has to make sure that this new collection is everything that it needs to be. So while she's in the makeup room getting beat, she takes the time to talk one-on-one with Niera. I forgot how you pronounce the girl's name, but she's like, she works for her or something to that extent, about Brat constantly procrastinating, and how she felt like since she proposed, the Brat was supposed to be the one to plan the wedding. So as it's time for them to do close-ups and shots of the actual product, they open it up and see that it's nothing like what they came up with in the labs. It looks a mess. It is not the way it was, concocted. So they have to literally call everything off. And Judy, of course, is upset. Everybody on set is upset because this is a huge delay. And she just wants to know, what the fuck has happened from the lab to today. So Brat tries to, lift her spirits up by bringing her a huge bouquet of flowers, which was very, very sweet. And you could tell that, the Brat does step up when it's time. And Judy even says that she's always doing stuff for her that's really, really sweet. Judy then goes dress shopping with her girls, including Tokyo from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Love to see me some Tokyo. And she's just telling them how, she's upset that they're so behind on the wedding, and how she thought that, the Brat was supposed to take care of things, and how she just sat back and watched to see what she was going to do. And they basically tell her that at this point she needs to sit down and have a conversation with Brat, because either they're going to move forward with the date that they have, or they're going to have to change things, which is fucked up because they're so close, you know what I'm saying? But there's still so much that needs to be done. So now it's 31 days to the wedding, and Brat and Judy go cake tasting, and they're both super excited about this. This was something that Brat actually initiated and tried to get done. And Judy asks her as they're waiting on the baker to come back out, so what have you done regarding everything? She was like, well, I worked on my guest list, and I'm gonna have to start removing some people because I got too much. She was like, but I don't know what you're doing. Like, are you done with your part of the guest list? And she never really answered, which for Brat was pretty much like, no, bitch, you ain't finished. So why the fuck you asking me? Like, you always coming down on me, but you ain't even done it. So Judy says that since there was such a weight on them starting the wedding planning, that at this point they need to be realistic about the expectations of what kind of cake they get. And that pops off the whole conversation, because Brad is like, what you mean we need to have, realistic expectations? Like, we doing it, we here, like, hello. And she was like, I initiated this, I'm the one that set this up. So Brat calls her out and was like, you didn't take initiative either. And she was like, I felt like, we should have been planning this together, not, me waiting on you, you waiting on me. Because, Judy felt like she should have been the one doing everything, and Brat feels like they should have been doing it together. I agreed with Brat that they should have been doing it to be together, because to me it seems like Judy felt like since she proposed that gave her like the more manly dominant role in their relationship, and now Brat is looked at like, the more girly one, the wife one, and so she was supposed to plan the wedding. I don't think that's how the dynamic of their relationship has gone, and why would you think that Brat was gonna plan a whole wedding? Like, she's never been married before. She's not really a girly girl. So, like, why would you think that she would be the one to do that, especially on her own? Now, I understand that she did say that she was going to plan and do things, but of course she's going to need help. So, the Brat also blames Judy's schedule for why things hadn't started, coming into fruition as far as the wedding planning, because she was like, she got to pencil me in just for us to have a conversation. And the producers actually show flashbacks of her constantly waiting on Judy to finish working, because, Judy works around the clock. So at this point, the Brat is upset and she's mad, because she was like, she knew that this was going to happen, where Judy blamed her for the reason why they're so behind on everything. And she don't think that's fair. She was like, I knew that she was going to do this. I knew she was going to do this. And she was like, why are we even here then? Like, at this point, she's mad. And Judy looked at her like, what the fuck you mean? Why the fuck are we here? So Brat was like, okay, since you don't think it can be done, I'm most definitely going to get it done. I'm going to do it all by myself. I guess you just show up. So you know what? Adios, amigo. So she give her a kiss on the cheek and she burns the fuck out. And she was yelling as she left out, like, I knew it was going to be my motherfucking fault. And she gets in her car and she speeds off and leaves Judy there. Same thing she did to her ass last season, which is not cool. You can't just continue to jump in your car and race off and leave every time you get mad, because A, something bad could happen, and B, it's just disrespectful to your partner. You know what I'm saying? They should have they need to learn how to communicate to the point where they can either save this topic for later or come to some sort of compromise right there in the moment, because the way that they handle their arguments will, build resentment towards each other. Overall, I think that the season premiere episode was really good. I give it a B-. I give it a B-. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comment section. Do you think that they are a good match? Do you think that this is a relationship that will stand the test of time? Or do you think that they're just really infatuated and, just happy of, this newness? You know how the newness of a relationship. Do you think they're in that stage and haven't really thought things through? Let's talk down below in the comment section, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.